NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Irving to Durant. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Looking to make something happen to Durant. Trey Lyles snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Durant, his first effort off the mark. Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Short jumper won't go down. Irving to Dinwiddie. Tosses. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Spencer Dinwiddie. Chris Paul missed his first. That one goes.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Irving to Durant. Trying to cash in. A shot by Durant that's no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
To Durant. Irving. Driving right to the basket. To Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Durant. Great defense, forcing the miss. To Adams. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Irving to Dinwiddie. Steven Adams with a piece. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Irving. That one off the mark. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Kyrie across the timeline. 8-2 our score. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Thunder with the basketball. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
To Irving.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder. To Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. 3 for 4. Good start.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Irving. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Deep left corner. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Mitchell Robinson sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Irving with the basketball. Margins 8. Curling inside. Steven Adams with the block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Time to shuffle things up. Kyrie Irving. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a...
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Jordan, down low. Steven Adams swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
The drive, right to the basket. From the painted area, won't go down. Adams. To Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Chris Paul is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 86% from the line. First one, count it. It's the second. One more coming. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Brooklyn's got it. LeVert guarded by Patterson. Here comes the screen. To Jordan. Steven Adams rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Patrick Patterson. Huge block. Shot clock violation. Time for some new personnel into the game. Paul. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Second and 3, got it. Three for 3, nice. Nets have the basketball. Surveys the floor. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11. Got it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Prince matched up with Patrick Patterson. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
The Thunder have the possession. Oh, you've got to get that one to go. Couple of cracks at the line now.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Joe Harris, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Paul into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Paul. Fires the 3, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Chris Paul is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Knocks down the second free throw. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Nets have it. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Not that time.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Paul into the front court. The lead is 15. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Paul. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. And takes it away. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Not that time. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Durant across the timeline. His guys down big. Dinwiddie picked up by Paul. Here comes the screen. To Durant. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
And count the basket inside.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
KD for two. Kevin Durant. 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. 4-3. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the three.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant picked up by Patrick Patterson. And scores.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Paul with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. And now one out of bounds off a net. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for the Nets, number 12, Joe Harris.
OKC now with 4 to shoot. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Thunder in command of this one. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second. Irving goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Jumper's good.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Trailing by 15. Irving. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
To Paul. Terrific vision. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Irving. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oh, he had it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant. Irving. Man, that was a tough shot.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Paul across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit, easy layup.
DeAndre Jordan pins it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Irving. And the rebound cleared by Gallinari. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. DeAndre Jordan tips it. 4th this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Spencer Dinwiddie. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys up by 15. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. Nope, first one does not go. Missed the second, 0 for 2. To Dinwiddie. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Spencer Dinwiddie trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. To Paul. Fires the 3. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here. Right now, he's at 81% for this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Second of 3 is good. And he hits all 3 free throws. Passed it off. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by OKC. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul into the front court. His team on top by 13. Lets it fly from long range. Chris Paul is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's shooting 85% in this game. First one, count it. And he hits the second. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Brooklyn with the basketball to Durant. Probing the defense to Dinwiddie. For 3. Rebound taken in by the Nets. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The Thunder entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Have a look at the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
What you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
That'll be out.
Substitutions, Oklahoma City. Substitutions, Brooklyn.
Irving to Dinwiddie. From long range. Won't go down. Paul with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Steven Adams with the slam.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Here comes the screen. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Paul. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Terrence Ross. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip.
I like that.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Trying to cash in. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Kyrie with the rock. To Dinwiddie. It goes down.
The assist from number 8.
Paul across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Down to Adams. Off the assist.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
The assist from number 13, Chris.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Down a bundle. Turns and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Adams. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten in there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Dinwiddie. To Irving. Fires the 3. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. It's Brooklyn's ball. To Durant. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
Rebound.
Paul. Down low Adams. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
4-3, smothering D. To Dinwiddie. Screen coming, Durant against Adams. The screen sets him up for two.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Oklahoma City's got it. To Durant, beyond the arc for three. And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here comes the screen. Tough make through traffic.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Durant. And Patterson grabs the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Durant to Dinwiddie. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Durant. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 41.
To the basket is Durant, but his shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air. Incredible. 6 tonight.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Almost, but no good. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
OKC ball. Paul. Here comes the screen. To Adams. The pass set it all up.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, He saved the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Durant. Curling inside. A drive by Durant, but his shot won't go. To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dinwiddie picked up by Adams. Patrick Patterson with a piece. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Durant up against Patterson. They love this hustle. And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Oklahoma City ball. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Gets a look. Can't hit. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Steven Adams able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Cruises inside for 2.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Missed that one. The defender was all over him. Durant to Dinwiddie. Shot from the lane won't go. Fires the 3, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. 3 quarters down and a nice cushion for the Thunder. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th.
Substitutions, Oklahoma City. Subbing in for Brooklyn, number 6.
To Paul. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. Make that 7.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
The jumper's off the mark. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Nothing going here on that drive. No good. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Shot clock winding down. Paul trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. To Dinwiddie. Gets to the basket and scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Screen coming. Off the mark. DeAndre Jordan with the block. 8 now.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Short jumper off the mark. To Paul. And scores on the step back.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Dinwiddie defended by Steven Adams. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Brooklyn's got it. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Here comes the screen. Dinwiddie gets 2.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
To Paul. Almost. Unlucky bounce. To Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Could not throw it down. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Down a bundle. Now to Jordan, down low. Oh, nice find for the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To Paul. For 3, textbook defense. Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys down big. To Jordan. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Trying to cash in. Paul shot off the mark. Long heave from three-quarters. Hits the late three at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Thunder got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. And the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The Oklahoma City Thunder showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Brooklyn Nets. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.